this movie was a lot better than I expected it to be. I didn't get an advance on seeing it, but I had seen and heard some of the things that people said about the movie who had got an advance to see it. And I don't 100% agree with what I heard. This movie was probably in the top 2 or 3, probably in the top 5 of the DC movies, all of them so far. Maybe in the top 3. It was good. I think people went in expecting, since it was The Rock, that it was going to be in the top tier of movies like The Dark Knight, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Avengers, Endgame. I think that people were expecting something big and bold like that. Not quite that good, but it was good. It was a solid movie. It had an origin story. It had a family story. It introduced 2 people, Black Adam, and it also introduced the Justice Society, and through them, several characters. You could see a lot of tropes in this movie. The new guy in town doesn't really know how things work, so he's stumbling his way through. They had that, and they did a lot of things. They did a lot of things. This movie has Aldous Hodge, Pierce Brosnan, of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and a sneak peek from Henry Winkler. He was in this movie, which I didn't expect. I didn't know it was going to happen. It was very interesting to see him. One of the main guys that was in this movie that was actually kind of funny to me was like an unnamed guy. If you saw the preview, the guy that's in the van and he's like, "Look out, there's a rocket," and the rock catches it. That guy's hilarious through the movie. Not super hilarious, but he holds his own in the comedy. There's a few times he slips, but mostly he was pretty good. The Shazam is he's basically, or Black Adam is basically Shazam's Joker. He's his main antagonist. He's the guy that he fights most of the time. And through the years, they've changed it so that he's become more anti-hero than hero. He's not afraid to hurt or kill people in the comics just because he's a really mean dude. In the movie, they give him a little bit different backstory. Slightly different, not a lot different. But his hurting or killing people makes more sense. And when you see him dishing out a beating, when he's giving somebody the business, you can understand why. He wakes up 5,000 years from when he fell asleep. So in his time, if somebody did something wrong, it was not unusual for somebody to stick a knife through their 5th and 6th rib and twist it. It was what they did. So when he wakes up, somebody wrongs him, he's like, bam, with the lightning, bam, with the lightning, you know? So it was his normal thing, and he still does it. And honestly, like he says, there's nobody that can actually stop me. He's got the powers of basically Superman. You know, he can do what he wants to do. If you learn how to drive a truck, you're a truck driver. If you work in a grocery store, you're a grocer. If you are endowed with the powers of the gods, 7 of them, gods, you're kind of a god. You're kind of a god, especially compared to regular people. This is where the spoilers may start. So, Teth Adam is a slave, and he and his people just want to not be slaves. The dude that's the king, that conquers their country and becomes the king wants even more power than just lording over these people. So he goes after a rare mineral, not of this earth, but it gives special properties to the people who possess it, kind of like a metal from another movie. And he's got these people digging it up and finding it and everything. And he has a crown built. And that crown is blessed by several demons. It's a demon. A little bit of a twist on the character story. And he's got essentially the powers of Shazam. Instead of yelling Shazam and getting the powers from the wizards, who got the powers from the gods? You know, he says Iba, and he gets the power of these demons. Ooh. And his name spells out these demons, and he gets their power, and he's just like Shazam. And he's just like Shazam or Black Adam, except his powers are demonic. So he's got these big horns, looks like a demon, he's got an upside down. You know, he's got these powers that are just like Shazam or Black Adam. He's got an upside down, you know, star on his chest, and he is a devilish, demonic dude. And that's essentially who the villain of the movie is. Though the JSA fight Black Adam, and Black Adam fights Energang. And the whole thing, and they introduced Energang, that was kind of cool. And they're fighting and everything. The real villain doesn't show up until almost the end of the third act, and it's a short fight. Considering the length of the movie, the actual fight with the villain is really short, but it's a good fight. It's a good movie. I'm thinking about it now. It's a good movie. It wasn't a great movie. Definitely a good movie. I enjoyed it. Black Adam, almost from the moment he wakes up, actually from almost the exact moment he wakes up, is killing people. But they're all bad. You know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies, when she says, you know, did you kill people? And he says, yes, but they were all bad. That's this. He's just killing bad guys. They said that Black Adam was going to be basically Clint Eastwood's Dirty Harry, superhero style. And they take a nod to that. They said it before, they take a nod to it in the movie because he sees a television show where Clint Eastwood, as you know, the unknown stranger, has his hand to the side and he pulls his hand out and he's like, pow, 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 and he's shooting people. He does that in the movie a couple times. Has his hand to the side and it's crackling lightning, and then he's like, bam, 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 at super speed. He's like zapping people with lightning. He may be as fast, if not faster than the Flash. There's a scene where he's throwing lightning, right? And you see the lightning moving, and it's lightning, so it's pretty quick. But you see the lightning slowly moving, and then he's moving around, and he grabs this thing, and he throws the thing, and the thing is moving, and he's still moving around faster than the lightning, because the lightning's moving in slow motion. He's moving at regular speed to show you how fast he is. And he's moving around and everything, and he does a bunch of things. He takes a bomb, sticks it in a dude's mouth. He does a bunch of things, and he's like making his way past all of these assailants, and he gets to the other end before the lightning. I mean, he's doing, like in that scene with Flash or Quicksilver in the X-Men where he's running, you know, save time at the bottle, and he's running and he's doing the thing, making the dude punch himself, all that kind of stuff. And then when he stops, you see what actually happens. Like, all these things happen. That's what he did. He's like moving through, but he's moving fast. Like the lightning's coming, and he's moving faster than the lightning. And he's moving around, he's doing all these things. And then when he stops at the end, it's like, I thought that was a cool scene. I thought that was a very good display of his power. He's not just, when he did Superman and Superman fought, and he was just like zip zapping and everything, you couldn't really see what he was doing. You didn't really know what was going on. In this movie, they film it in such a way that you can actually see, oh, he just hit that guy in the face. Oh, he threw that guy in the air. He's a brutal dude. And he says he's not a hero, he's a protector. There's a difference. Venom, the lethal protector. You know, Deadpool, the merc with the mouth. You know, Wolverine, the best there is at what he does. And what he does isn't that nice. And all of these guys are superheroes, basically, but they kill people. He's like that. He's like a superhero that kills people. And, you know, if you commit a crime and he catches, if Superman catches you, you're probably going to jail. If Batman catches you, you're probably going to go to jail with a broken arm. If Black Adam catches you, he's probably going to electrocute you until your bones explode. And that was okay. Super, super, super spoiler. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Super spoiler. At the end credit, Waller shows up and tells him, look, we tried to put you in jail, man, and you broke out of jail. Okay, that's cool. You don't want to go to jail? I won't put you in jail, but I'll tell you what, that country you in, that's your jail. You step 1 foot out of that country, you will not live to regret it. And he's like, ain't nothing you can do to me. Nobody on this planet can stop me. And she said, I'll send people that's not from this planet. And he's like, send all of them. And then, through the shadows, Superman walks into the room. He's like, we should talk. And I'm like, I think they're gonna fight. And it goes off. That was good. Because it was actually Henry Cavill, Superman, you know, and I was like, yeah, we need 5 more minutes. But it was good. It's rare that I see a movie and at the end of it, I want a little bit more. And I wanted a little bit more of this. It wasn't the best superhero movie. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't the best, but the way it was set up, you know there's more coming. And the teaser at the end makes you want more. They did it right. They did this movie correctly. It was good. This movie was so good that I would give Black Adam, and I had a debate with one of my friends, if Black Adam or Black Panther, both coming out roughly, you know, within weeks of each other, which one would be the better superhero movie? And I said it was going to be Black Panther, you know, Wakanda Forever. But it's going to have to actually work to be better than this one. I'm sure it will be, but it's going to have to put in a little bit of work. It won't be just an easy walk in the park. But I would give Black Adam eight bags of popcorn. 8 bags of popcorn. Because that's what I think about that. More importantly, what do you think about that? Now that we had a chance to talk about the video, let's talk about it again in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport. Popcorn passport. Popcorn passport.